When humans claim to create something, we are actually just rearranging things that already exist. We take raw materials like steel, glass, and concrete, and through sheer physical labor, we stack them into the sky. Even our most monumental technological achievements, like sending a human to space, rely on generations of trial and error. We need complex blueprints, millions of tools, and thousands of hands working together over decades. Our power is strictly bound by the laws of physics. Before we can build anything, we must first have the physical matter to build it with. For centuries, the ancient world operated under a different assumption about authority. When the Israelites left Egypt, they emerged from a culture where supreme power was fragmented and tied directly to the physical world around them. The Egyptians did not look beyond nature for answers. They worshipped the elements themselves. The river, the animals, and the sun held the status of ultimate rulers. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. This opening line of Genesis introduced a radical concept to the ancient mind, ex nihilo, or creation out of completely nothing. It presented a singular God who exists entirely outside of nature. Moses wrote these words as a direct strike against the Egyptian worldview. The text proves that the natural elements they feared and worshipped were merely objects crafted by a singular, supreme creator. The second verse of Genesis describes the early earth as formless and void. It was a chaotic ocean completely swallowed in darkness. Confronted with this massive, shapeless void, God doesn't pick up a tool. He doesn't struggle against the dark water. Instead, he uses a mechanism of creation that requires zero physical exertion. He simply speaks. Over the first 3 days, his voice acts as an architectural blueprint. Let there be light, and light obeys immediately. He speaks again, and the chaotic waters separate to form the atmosphere. A third command, and solid land pulls itself out of the seas, suddenly coated in green vegetation. True absolute power is proven by this lack of physical effort. The universe doesn't require coaxing or molding. Reality itself immediately submits to a single spoken sentence. With the physical structure built, the Creator sets about filling it. Over the next 2 days, he populates the oceans with whales and fish, fills the open sky with birds, and places the sun and moon to govern the passing of time. To fully grasp the scale of this, consider the cosmos. There are billions of galaxies containing trillions of stars. We build massive observatories and spend entire scientific lifetimes just trying to observe a tiny fraction of them. Yet the biblical text describes this unfathomable cosmic event with a staggering footnote in verse 16. He made the stars also. What represents the peak of human scientific discovery was created as a mere afterthought by a God setting a calendar. On the 6th day, the rhythm changes. The authoritative commands stop. Instead, we hear a conversation within the divine Trinity. Let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. To be made in the image of God gives humanity a distinct value. It means humans possess a spirit. We have a conscience, an understanding of right and wrong, and the capacity to reason, attributes that separate us from the animal kingdom. Humans are then given a direct assignment. We are appointed as God's official delegates, commanded to manage, cultivate, and subdue the resources of the planet. Creating a free-thinking being capable of a personal relationship with the Creator represents the ultimate, intimate expression of divine power. By the end of the first week, the Creator steps back to view a completed universe. It is a physical world free of sickness, death, and sin, which he examines and calls very good. This visualizes the core theological law established in Genesis 1, ownership. Because God brought the universe into existence from nothing, there is no power higher than him, and he owns every atom of it completely. This absolute ownership translates into absolute authority. The maker of the machine inherently possesses the right to set the physical and moral rules for how his creation must operate. We are left with a striking reality. The same sovereign force whose voice possesses the raw power to detonate the universe into existence is the same Father who designed human life with sacred worth. Genesis 1 provides the foundational rock of reality. It proves that our physical universe has a deliberate purpose, and that we are intimately accountable to the absolute authority of the God who spoke it into being.